Hello, all my loyal New York Jets fans. It is Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the Midnight Mike Show, and I am your host, Midnight Mike. All right, we're going to have some fun tonight, especially since I couldn't watch most of the game, and I'll explain why. But this is the show for blue-collar Jets fans that bleed green and the most loyal Jets fans on the planet Earth. Go, 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 Jets. Fight. Hell yeah. Jets, Jets, Jets. All right. Thank you so much for being here tonight, folks. It has been a hectic past 2 days. My daughter's birthday was yesterday. Her birthday party was today. So my daughter, Alice Ann Marie, is now 8 years old. She's my oldest. My daughter, Phoebe, her half birthday is today, actually, and she is 4.5. So about 20 minutes ago, I was in a restaurant about a half hour away from my studio. Yeah, do the math there. I had to fly. I had to fly back home to get here for you guys, and I really do hope that you appreciate that. My speeding got me here only about a minute late. Only about a minute late is when the first title card came up. And I appreciate everybody being here. I know that it is a Saturday night. The game is going on. And I am going up against so many Jets streamers that are streaming the game live. So anybody who is in here, I completely appreciate that. And I'd hope that you would hit that like button so that more people can see that we are live here on the Midnight Mike Show. Next Saturday night, I'm probably going to be coming to you live from my parents' house again, because it is my nephew or niece's. It's my nephew's birthday, and we're going to be in town in New Jersey for that. So I will get to you guys, of course, Saturday night. I thought it was actually the weekend after. Me and my wife both thought it was the weekend after, but it turns out it's next weekend. So things are just hectic around here. I was not able to watch the game. I've watched a few first half highlights. It was halftime as I was speeding home. So I'm going to be relying on a lot of you guys to be giving me updates as to what's going on in the game. I did see an awesome sack from 99, Will McDonald. Nice spin move, sacking. I think it was Case Keenum. I don't know who it was at quarterback, but a good thing about tonight's game so far that I've seen is that almost all the starters are sitting, which I actually have that. I actually screenshot it, not for you guys, but I screenshot it so that I could at least rattle off the amount of guys. It's like something like 33, 34 people who are sitting in this game today. And I'm okay with that. It's only the second preseason game. And if I was going to miss a lot of any preseason game, I'm glad it was this one. I will watch the replay when it comes up. So, but once again, I'm going to be you guys can help me out here. So what I'm going to do first is bring in my co-host, Maddie, and then we're going to go through some of these comments and see what is going on in the game. Maddie, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm watching the game.
Awesome. What's it look like?
Really boring.
Yeah, well, I saw at halftime it was 3-3.
Well, it's 9-6 just now, and again, no starters, which is fine, no injuries, which is great. Honestly, I fell asleep for part of it. I'm actually I'm on some solid pain meds right now for the old knee, so it kind of makes me a bit drowsy. But no, it's it's just kind of whatever. You know what I mean? It's preseason football with no starters. I'll say this: our third and fourth string quarterbacks look like trash.
Martinez is in the game now?
Yeah, and I mean he's playing as well as he can, but like I was not impressed by 14 or 15, and I'm just watching this and I'm kind of like, I hope Salah is getting a lot out of this game because as a fan, I am not. But I'm also happy that I'm watching Jets football. So
yeah, there you go. What are you watching it on?
A buddy of mine gave me his NFL Plus login.
Oh, okay.
So I'm basically cheating.
Yes, Dano, it is 9 p.m. already here on the East Coast. So thank you for being here, channel member Dano. I was chatting with them a little bit during the show last night on Dano's show. And once again, him and Daniel Murphy were killing it. I very much enjoyed what I saw. Valerie, the first lady's in here. Monique is in here. Jake Klein was the first one in here with a comment. Now he beat out Stack. I don't even know if Stack's in here yet. We'll figure that out.
Stack's probably at the game.
What's up?
I said Stack's probably at the game. That dude parties.
That dude, he parties hard, doesn't he? Cousin Kenny, channel member, happy birthday, Alice. Yes, it is her birthday. Monique, the birthday things are coming in. I will make sure tomorrow morning she gets to see these. She will love it. I'll tell you what I did see. So now that Mets put this up, did you see any of the Giants game? Boy,
no, I didn't catch any of it.
Dude, Daniel Jones looked like shit.
Really? Was that bad? I was gonna read the articles tomorrow.
Dude, I'm thinking he was in there for maybe a quarter and a half. I don't think he was in there the whole half. And he threw 2 interceptions.
Oof.
And they were bad. They were bad interceptions. He did not look good tonight.
That sack from McDonald, though, was nice. Like,
yes.
McDonald's been the highlight of this game to me. I mean, defense, no starters, and they still look solid. So I'm cool with it.
Thank you, Kenny, for keeping us updated. Maddie also keeping us updated right now. 9-6 Jets in the third quarter. We're probably going into the fourth by now. But yeah, hey, look, hold on and get the W. I don't even care. I don't care that it's preseason. I am fully on board with winning out the preseason and winning out the regular season.
Nope. They better lose at least one preseason game.
Oh, because of the bad luck of going undefeated in the preseason.
1996, they went 4-0 in the preseason and 1-15 in the regular season.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious, and I just don't want to see that happen.
More birthday wishes for my daughter Alice. Guys, once again, we are up against a bunch of huge New York Jets streamers who are streaming the game live. So I appreciate all you guys being here. And the best thing you could do is hit that like button, because then the more people will see us, the more people will know that we are live. And hopefully that will all work out. And obviously,
defense is definitely stopping them behind the line of scrimmage a lot when they try to get cute.
Well, that's good. I mean, once again, it's when it's all like, if they
all second stringers, you're just
that's what I'm saying. If they were stopping them or doing whatever against the first stringers, then
Plummer's been in all game for Carolina.
Who?
Plummer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's been in all games, so I don't know what their plans are for him, but
well,
I see Plummer in 16, and I immediately think Jake Plummer, and I know it's not Jake Plummer, but that's because I'm old.
No, it wasn't Case Keenum in?
I don't think so. I mean, I might have came in. I got in a little bit late on the game, but I think I've seen Plummer the whole game.
I can pull up that stat.
You might be right.
Maybe someone will let us know in the comments section. Just to let everybody know who is watching, numbers down tonight. I mean, what can we do?
Martinez is not looking good, Nick.
Yeah, no, he looked good last week. Maybe that was his 15 minutes.
I think Carolina has I think there's a few. I mean, I don't know much about Carolina, but I think that they've had some decent players on their D in there today. I don't know who their starters are, but if we have our third strings in, they have their second strings in.
All right, I'm gonna pull up some of this. I got. As soon as I open it, the broadcast just starts playing. But that's not going to help me. That'll just distract me. So I'm going to turn that down. I'm trying to find where the box score is so that I can see what's going on here. And it looks like it even looks like NFL Plus is a little bit behind on my end.
Yeah, they don't give that much of a fuck about the making the broadcast look that great. You know what I mean? I mean, half the game I've been listening to some kids scream at guys by their number for autographs. Screaming.
Oh, really?
Number 50 is for my brother. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude.
I'm just so.
Oh, you got quite the little fucking punt return.
All right, let me just figure.
So good in those green jerseys, dude.
Oh, I know. When I saw some of the highlights,
God,
I said
green
I was
jerseys, white pants, green socks. I'm like, that's the team I grew up on, man. God dang, they look good.
Oh, you're right. It says I'm the only quarterback I'm seeing is Plummer. You're right.
I thought so. I mean, again, I'm kind of a little dazed and confused.
Oh, you know what I mixed it up with? Keenum's on the Texans, I think, and they were playing the Giants today, and that's where I got it mixed up because I got fair enough. That makes sense. But you're right. I think Jake Plummer.
Yeah, I mean, especially with number 16, like,
yeah,
immediately I go to that.
According to mine, there's 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Jets just got the ball back, 1st and 10 at the Carolina 37.
Yeah,
it was a punt return.
I love a punt return. 43
awesome.
Ran it back. I don't know who that is because I got the game muted, so I can't hear the announcers because I'm trying to pay attention to this. You're looking dapper this evening, by the way.
Yes, in my nice Wayne Corbett jersey that Maddie sent me.
Really appreciate that.
Another thing, folks, just to let everybody know, there are now, for channel members, there are now special emojis that you can put up. And I'm going to show you guys something. If you look at the top of the screen above Maddie's head, you'll see the standard Midnight Mike Show logo there. But I tried to put that in as one of the emojis, and it just, you couldn't see anything because it's just little writing and you're just not going to see it. So I created an alternate Midnight Mike Show logo. So watch that logo in the top of your screen change now.
I like that one.
Yeah, man. Just the Midnight Mike Show MMS initials.
It's kind of like when the Jets went to NYJ. You know, they had that little action for a while, which they do.
Yeah.
It looks great. I think it looks clean.
Yeah, well, what I'm thinking is I think I said this to you. We've done a few pop-up streams, folks, for our channel members, and one actually had a purpose, and it was I got motivated to talk about the Rocky franchise, and that's up there for channel members only. And Maddie jumped on, and Nate jumped on, and we started talking movies and all that stuff. But then just the other night, I popped on again because I'm now realizing the ability of what I have with my phone and the new headphones I got. And I can go anywhere now with them. So I'm thinking about doing some traveling shows, and that's just going to be for members only. Obviously, when I go live, I'll probably keep that up for all to watch, but you have to catch it while I'm live. And there's no time, there's no warning. It's just going to happen. Yes, channel members get the Midnight Mike Show pop-up streams, and you get the ability to put up now. I have a New York Jets emoji in there. I have an Aaron Rodgers emoji in there, and I have that MMS Midnight Mike Show logo. I have the availability for one more, okay? But if I get, and I'm guesstimating now, it should be 6 more channel memberships. But I know some of the gifted channel memberships are going to expire soon, and I don't know how many people are going to renew those. So I want to take the 6, add a 5 because of the gifted channel memberships. And if I can get 11 more channel memberships, I think I get like something like 6 more emojis. And what I'd love to do I was thinking about doing, if you ever seen Maddie's YouTube channel picture, I was thinking about doing that one for Maddie because it's just hilarious and it's just Maddie being crazy. Yeah. And then I really want to do a Mets 21281. I want a Mets 2128 emoji of him like freaking out or something. And I might actually have him take a specific picture and send it to me so it's the best quality of just his head like screaming. But I need more channel memberships to get there, folks. So super chats are appreciated. But channel memberships, I'd love to try to up those emojis to, be able to get one of Maddie, one of me, and one of Mets, and then some other ones. Obviously, I put the standard ones in there because I feel like you got to start, Maddie, with like.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
And like I said, when we were playing with them, they come fine in the chat and they come fine like on the screen in the chat. When you put them up, I don't know if just because I put all 3 of them next to each other, they didn't come right. But like when you put them in the chat, everybody can see them. So
What do we got? What does this mean? Joe Klecko highlights. Is that during the game? They're showing some.
I have the
Klecko?
Carolina feed, so I'm not getting that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's probably 100% watching the
Right.
Jets feed. But
Yeah,
Kenny,
I'm not bored, by the
hold
way.
on.
Vicodin makes me sleepy.
Cousin Kenny, you're in Connecticut, right? With me. So what are you watching on?
Maybe he's got it on Paramount Plus.
I have Paramount Plus.
Did you check if you had it?
No, because last week I had Paramount Plus and it wouldn't let me do it.
Last week I don't think it was on because I have Paramount Plus and I can't get it out here. So I think it's a local market. You might want to check. Just fuck it. What do you got to lose? There's 13 minutes or 14 minutes left.
Let's check. And folks, tonight on the intermission report, you guys are going to have to pick the top 5. There's not many of you here tonight. So I'm hoping that someone does get us a good top 5. That would be awesome. I really appreciate that.
Top 5.
Yeah, Nick, you hit the nail on the head right there.
This is stupid Vicodin, dude. All it does is make me sleepy. It doesn't get me high or anything. It just makes me super sleepy.
Oh, look, one of our resident Dolphins fans decided to pop on in watching the Fins. Are they playing at the same time?
Are they playing right now,
What's going
Scott?
on right now?
I would assume so if he said that. Who are they playing?
He's going to have to tell you that.
I love the fact that we can get a Dolphins fan to call into our show and hang out and bullshit with us while his team's playing. We must be doing something right. By the way, Scott, love it when you're in here, dude. I always have a good time, especially when you get all snarky. It makes me laugh. Playing the Skins, huh? How do they look? How do the Skins look this year, dude? Like, No, I'm not. Touchdown Jets. Oh, never mind.
I'm not getting shit. Once again, man, the Jets do not
fucking streaming services with this shit. Like, it's such a mess.
And they also don't want me to search because they're not giving me a search option.
No, like for me, it's like when I pull up sports, it's like, oh, hey, guess what? You have this. And it's like I have the option to watch Denver. Like I'm pulling up Paramount Plus now just to make sure. And literally the only upcoming game I have is Arizona at Denver. And I'm like, dude, I can just watch that on regular ass network TV if I want to.
That's what I have too. I have Arizona.
Oh, God damn.
What happened?
Fucking another incomplete pass in the end zone.
What, they went for 2?
No, they haven't scored yet.
I thought you just said touchdown Jets.
No, I said he dropped it.
Did you see the drop?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Kenny, I would love to know what you're watching this game on because it is a crock of shit that I live like 40 minutes outside of New York City and there's no possible way for me to watch the New York Jets game.
I just think it's funny how the distance you live outside of the city gets shorter every time you're pissed off. Because last week it was an hour. Now it's 40 minutes. By game 3, you live outside, like 3 miles outside of Queens.
No, I would say a normal driver is about an hour. I'm about an hour outside, maybe 50 minutes to an hour.
When I'm driving, field goal,
it's 40 minutes.
All right, Winston Wolf, we're all impressed. No, again though, honestly, bud, you're not missing a great game. It's been just field goals.
But that's not the point, Matty.
I know it's not the point, but I'm just saying at least you're not missing some fucking colossal, amazing game. And you're going to be able to watch the real season anyways. I know it shouldn't be. Life is unfair, okay? We learned that from the fucking opening of Malcolm in the Middle.
Like, I can watch every fucking European Championship Premier League game with no problem, but I can't watch the Jets. Like, what the fuck? That shit pisses me off.
And it should. I agree. You should be annoyed. But what are you going to do about it? You're shit out of luck for right now. So, enjoy the fact that you can watch the replay on NFL Plus, so you can absolutely discuss the hell out of it and make people really want to watch our Tuesday night show. And it is what it is. What's glasses half full it?
That is not glasses half full. Damn, that pisses me off.
Yeah, it's not right, dude. I'm not saying that's right. You should, again, as not far outside the city as you are, you should absolutely have the local feed for the city.
Well, then why don't you keep letting me know what's going on? I know they kicked a field goal.
It's just field goal after field goal.
Is Zerline kicking them all, or are they having that other guy
kicking them?
Okay, because last week they had Zerline kick the first one, and then the backup guy kicked the second one.
The backup guy might have kicked this last one. I was looking away doing something, but Zerline kicked the first 3, so I would assume he's just in there doing whatever. I mean, it's not like Greg Zerline's job is in danger.
No, not at all.
Like, oh, we better work out with the backup guy.
Hold on. This must be the Panthers. All right, let's go to Jets and let's see who's kicking. Zerline only kicked 1.
Wow, really?
He's 1 for 1. It was a 36-yard field goal. Selbert.
Oh, honestly, once they line up, I don't pay any attention because it's like a sure thing. So,
well, he's 3 for 3. His long was he kicked a 52-yarder. Okay, for a backup. Now, I mean, but how many guys are you actually How many kickers are you actually going to carry?
No, you're not going to carry more than 1.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Let's see.
I'm starting to understand this whole kickoff.
No, Stack. I got home literally at 9:00 and came on the computer and just started streaming. So I didn't have time to look at the site you sent me. I'm sorry about that, and I don't have the time now because I'd have to leave here, go, figure all that stuff out. But once again, once I saw when I was out at dinner, and that's another thing. Dinner, we got to the restaurant at 6:30. I'm like, oh, there's gonna be plenty of time. It took till 7:30 till our food showed up.
What'd you have?
So that was kind of annoying. I had what is it? What is that? It's like an Asian breadcrumb, panko.
I don't know it.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Okay, so there's this almost like okay, so I had chicken parm.
Oh, okay.
But it was breaded, not in regular breadcrumbs. It was like panko breadcrumbs. They're a little bit more like crispy. But once again, I was out. Me and my wife went on a date night like a week ago. We went to the same restaurant. I got the same thing, and it was awesome. So I got it again. And I'm that kind of person. I'm the kind of person who literally, if I like something at a place, yes, absolutely. Whereas my wife will try different things, but then she'll be like, oh, I don't really like this. And then it's like, well, then why didn't you get the thing you knew you liked? I never understand that. Just get what you like.
Yeah, I don't even know how to address that because my wife does the same thing.
Cousin Kenny, channel member coming in. I forgot what it was on here in Hamden, Comcast. I can't check because my wife is hogging the TV. I don't know even what that means. You're on Comcast. You should be in the Hartford market too, and that means that, as far as I know, they're not playing the game on Hartford CBS 3.
That's what I was on NFL Network. I don't
know. Stack. Not only do we always leave tips, but we leave ridiculous tips because I spent my teens and 20s as a server, and and here's it. You know what? People who don't know how to easily calculate a real good tip, and not even a real good tip, like a $5 per 25 spent. There you go. So if you spend $50, you better be tipping $10, or you could tip 9. I mean, that'd still be 9 or 8 would still be 20%. But if you want to be just a generous tipper at a place you go very often, and you want the server to be happy with you, tip $5 per $25 you spend.
As long as the service is good. If it's shit service, that's pass interference.
Yeah, if it's shit service, that is pass interference.
No, I'm sorry, but yeah, no, like, I mean, I'm not like Mr. White from Reservoir Dogs, but like, if I get shit service, like if I get really bad service, I'm not tipping on principle. You know what I mean?
No,
but I tip well for good service and decent service.
Well, here's the thing: a lot of people also have to remember. Most of the time, it's not the server's fault if your food comes late. So, like when our food came
I don't
late
hold them
tonight,
accountable for that. I know the kitchen does their thing.
But the guy kept coming over and saying, "Hey, you like refilling our waters," saying, "Hey, you want another Coke or another?"
100%.
Yeah, the girls had Shirley Temples. You want another one of those? As long as you're attentive to us,
yeah,
I'm good.
It just comes over as, look, dude, the kitchen is swamped. They're in the weeds. I haven't forgotten you. I'm hounding them. I will get you your food. It's 7:30 on a fucking Saturday night. There's nothing I can do. Just so you know, it's going to be a couple minutes. I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Like I say, getting a bad tip for me is like failing gym class. Like you really have to put the effort in to fuck it up.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Guys,
Cousin
stay in here.
Kenny, there is no way you're not in the Hartford market. If I'm in the Hartford market, if you're in Hamden, like for some reason, I'm in the Hartford market. They don't play the game. I'm completely screwed because NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, and all these other places considered me in the New York market. So then it'd be blacked out because it is on in the New York market. I'm just completely fucked, and I can't stand it. Yes, Stack, that is 25%. That's what I usually tip. That's how I usually run my shit. But once again, it's because I spent a decade being a server. So what do you expect? Oh yeah, here he is. Another Dolphins fan in here. Hello, my delusional Jets fans. Yeah, we're going to be real delusional when we're winning the AFC East this year. It's going to be really nice. Hi, Maddie and Lexi. Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense.
I got the double high.
Yeah, Maddie is Lex Luthor. I'm not. I have hair.
That might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's one of my two idols.
Scott Black is on a date tonight. Yeah, with you.
Atta boy, get some. Bro code supersedes football code. I'm always rooting for the boys on date night.
Yeah, man. I hope YouTube user. I hope Scott gets some from you tonight. That'd be really nice. Don't leave a man hanging. You know. Cousin Kenny. No, I don't have Comcast. I have YouTube TV, and that has us in the Hartford market.
I wonder if Comcast has it then.
Yeah, maybe I should get Comcast.
Yeah, why not have 13 cable providers?
Well, that's what I'm saying. How many different things do I have to get in order to watch my Jets?
Ridiculous, man. Especially you're just in such a weird gray area, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I've looked around. It's like there's very few people who have the problems that I have being stuck between New York and Boston, and then it's a mess. What's up, Infrared? Nice to see you tonight. First half, the momentum was slow due to 5 penalties. Martinez had about 5 drop passes because of the light rain so far. And I don't want to hear that.
With that,
football needs to be played in all weather, and these guys have gloves on that like stick the ball. You know, I don't need to hear about the rain.
Dude,
maybe if they're slipping. No, well, maybe if they're slipping, we can use the rain as an excuse, but I don't want to hear that as an excuse as to why you're not catching the ball unless it's like a downpour or it's like snowing uncontrollably. But
I hope we get a snow game this year. I always love those.
Still gonna get this W. Yeah, I hope so, Infrared. Because they did not look good in that joint practice. I mean, there was a few things that I saw that I liked. Like, once again, I keep hearing people, oh, Will McDonald's not ready. Oh, Will McDonald this, Will McDonald that.
I think Will McDonald looks pretty fucking
every time I see the guy, even when I was watching, the Jets at the beginning of each practice, they'll put out on their YouTube channel like a live, like 20, 30-minute like stream. And I'm sitting there watching it at work at the beginning of the joint practice. And every time I see Will McDonald, and I put it out on my Twitter, I recorded it and put it out. He's spinning around getting to the quarterback. And it's like, why is everybody acting like Will McDonald, last week's game, that was a sack, in my opinion. That wasn't roughing the passer.
Yeah, that roughing the passer call was weak, but
it was
whatever,
bullshit.
It is what it is. It's preseason. Preseason, I can't get that riled up about. We all saw it. Hopefully the league looked at it and was like, yeah, it's not really a fucking roughing the passer call. If they're gonna get calls wrong, do it in the preseason.
Scott Black is still on here during date night. Give that MFer a shout out. So these two are sitting across the table from each other, lovingly looking into each other's eyes. Yeah, and they each have their phone out, and they're both pretending like, oh, my mom's texting. But they're both like, but I'm really watching the Midnight Mike show.
Hey, I love our people. I do. And I love our Dolphins fans. They're actually two of my favorite commenters. They're great. They're fun.
I know a lot of the state has cocks. I don't even know what that is, except, the one that YouTube user is going to be given to Scott.
Oh, my God.
Look, they just both want me to shout. Guys, I've been talking about you for the past 10 minutes. Stack, I've tried it.
The Dolphin Show.
Stack, I've tried it. I got ExpressVPN, and I tried to change my VPN so that I tried this last season, and it did not work.
Cable company. Scott, I'll probably catch Dolphins highlights later. I like to catch the competition. Oh, Martinez with a little hustle for the first down. You go, girl.
The score is, as far as I know, 12-6.
12-6.
12-6 in the fourth quarter, Tyrone. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. By the way, everybody, once again, hit those likes. We are up against a lot of huge Jets content creators who are streaming the game. And I know as soon as the game is over, they're going to peace out because they've been on for 3 or 4 hours, however long it is. But guys, the thumbs up helps. Also, the new emojis for channel members are available down in the comment. What do you have to do, Matt? You have to hit like a smiley face.
Yeah. There's like a smiley face thing that like gives you access to emojis, and then the channel member ones are right at the top.
Okay, and there they are. Right now we have the Jets. We have the Midnight Mike Show, new Midnight Mike Show alternate logo that you see in the top above Maddie's head of the screen, and also an Aaron Rodgers. But we have room for one more. And if we get, I'm guesstimating, like I said, I think it's 6, but I know there's gifted channel memberships that are about to run out. So I want to say 11 channel memberships. If we can get 11 channel memberships, I get like 6 more emojis. And like I said, there's that one and if you're in the chat and you see the picture of Maddie in the chat that he uses for his profile picture on his YouTube channel, I'd love that to be one. But I really want a Mets one.
I used
Mets
to sneak in and
2128.
change my wife's phone to a wallpaper to that picture all the time.
Well,
It
could become an emoji on this channel. So
we'll put it on a t-shirt.
Okay, I hear you, buddies, but they're slipping out there. Yeah. Infrared, if they're slipping, well, that's excusable. That's a weather condition.
Bad from the feed I got. Like, it really doesn't. Like, nobody's out there putting on ponchos or anything.
All right. Going through the comments section, because like I said, right now, folks, this is all I got. I can't watch the game. And when I was trying to listen to the game and whatnot, I was at dinner with the family. So it was almost an impossibility. Today was my daughter's birthday party. Yesterday was her birthday. So it's been all birthday for the past 2 days, and it's been successful. She's super happy. She got a bunch of stuff she loves. So thank you if anyone happens to be watching who came out to the parties. I know that sometimes some friends do come in here. Oh, come on. Stop lying, Scott.
I would say most of our fan base probably isn't allowed to be within a good 50 feet of a child. I know I'm not.
Mikey and Lexi, Tua threw a beautiful TD pass tonight. Well, that's nice. It's always good when guys in like the second string level can get out there and, toss a touchdown pass. But usually the real legends, the real like starters, like the guys who, you really need, they're not playing in the second game of the preseason. It's more of those like, other guys like Tua.
Oh, Scott with the threats. Call in, big man. We love to talk to you. Call in and put.
I haven't put the thing in. I usually don't put the thing in on Saturday night till after the intermission report. Ricky New York Live channel member says, "Sorry, I'm late. It's okay, man. You're not missing too much right now because we're kind of just going over what's going on in the game.
Yeah, we're just kind of watching the game.
You're watching the game.
Jesus Christ, Smith just got fucking murdered.
We're in 2 different cities tonight. We like as much as you guys are lying because your favorite team are the gay Sharks. I don't know. I don't really know what to say here because I know what you guys are doing. I have PIs on you at all times.
It's weird. He's obsessed with you.
My wife is rolling her eyes. Yeah, that's because she's in bed with me. I'm just fucking around. These guys know I love them.
They know they're. Oh my god, that might be pass interference.
They know I love them.
Uh-oh, they flagged that? Uh-oh. That would be a huge.
Oh, this is great. Bobby's floppy nuts comes in and says,
that's my favorite name. I didn't want to say anything until you saw it.
Did Bobby sing tonight? No, Bobby's not here tonight. I don't know if he's even going to be able to get in because when we were scheduling him, I called into his show earlier in the week, like Monday or Tuesday night, and he came on Tuesday night show. Obviously, you know that, to sing the national anthem, and it was a literal tear-jerking rendition of the national anthem. Like, I mean, it's like Whitney Houston, Meatloaf, maybe Bobby Midnight.
It was like Fergie and Jesus.
No, come on, Fergie and Roseanne are in the same category. Bobby's Floppy Nuts. That's probably one of the best names that I have seen.
I fucking love it.
Yeah,
all right, Jets are on the what looks like the Dolphins 37, and they're not going anywhere. Gain of 3.
Bobby's right now. Problem is how would you even know that? Because with Bobby's show, all you kind of see is like,
yeah,
hey guys.
You gotta love Bobby. I just hope he lets that poor girl out of his basement one of these days.
Where are you from, Maddie?
Yeah. Is that your dog?
Where are you from? Let me know. Tell me where you're from, Maddie.
Jesus Christ.
How old are you? I was on Jake's show. I just wanted to let you know I was on Jake's show, and they made a cartoon, and Alan was
I miss Alan since he's kind of like left the YouTube hemisphere. Like, I always like Alan's because I guess Alan kind of decided to take a little step back or whatever.
No. I see him all the time. I saw him. He was in here, or maybe he's in Dano's show. I don't know. No, I see him around still.
He had mentioned that he wanted to take kind of a step back as like shit was getting weird or whatever. And I always like Alan's takes because he doesn't. It's like when you want like a different opinion, dude. Like, Alan's great because his takes are different, but he can back them up, and they're always fun to listen to. Oh my God!
Thank you, Stack. I will definitely let her know. All of you guys who have sent my daughter birthday wishes, tomorrow she will see those. I really do appreciate it. And Kenny, no, she was not. It was actually my family from New Jersey came up, so it was my family, and then me, my wife, and the 2 girls. Me, my wife, and the 2 girls. And I guess this is what you were saying. Scott, you are always welcome to call in. So is YouTube user, but he hides behind not a fake account, but like what would you call that?
Another field goal. 15-6.
Well, I mean, hey, we're putting this game out of reach.
Siebert kicked that one in. Did he? I guess so. I don't know.
Infrared coming in saying happy birthday to your daughter, brother Mike. My son Gizmo's B-day was yesterday. It's Leo season. Man, me and Infrared's kids have the same birthday. That's awesome and easy to remember. Easy to remember. So next year at this time, I'll be able to say, hey, Infrared, make sure you wish your son a happy birthday. Good. I'm glad you guys understand the jokes. I know. I just wish YouTube user, do me a favor. I mean, I don't care.
These times, dude.
No, I don't even care about that. Just put a fucking Dolphins logo as your avatar and change YouTube user to fucking like Dolphins fan. Just
I like it this way. We know who it is.
No, I know, but
and it gives us the total. I can't be bothered with your fucking show attitude. I fucking love it.
And the color brown.
It's great.
Like, God, you couldn't be more just plain.
You worry so much about fucking aesthetics.
I do.
Like,
and hey, Mr. Aesthetics, Mr. Aesthetics, how nice are those green tops, white pants?
God, they do look good.
They're fucking gorgeous.
They do look good.
They are fucking gorgeous.
They're still practicing in the pants you hate, though.
Bobby's Floppy Nut says on Nick's show the other night, Bobby's left nut came on, Bobby's right nut came on, Bobby's third nut came on, and not Bobby's nuts all joined the chat. Oh, there's that many of you. There's that many of you all coming in talking about Bobby's nuts. Boy, that's rough.
We laugh, but Bobby's going to start getting groupies soon, and we're all going to be like, damn, dude.
He already has groupies.
More tailed than a fucking dog catcher. He's going to free that poor Australian girl and just like hang with his girls. A
lot of Carolina fans were popping smack on Twitter yesterday. Why? Why? It's the preseason and practices.
Oh yeah, they got so much to talk about.
Yeah, like the Panthers this
Literally, their
season.
GM was like, "Yeah, we have absolutely got waiver priority. So anybody we want, we're gonna get." I'm like, you know, that means you suck, right?
Yeah, the Panthers are. What do we think? What's the over under on Panthers win? What do you think? How many wins are the Panthers going to have this year?
6.
I want to go even lower than that. I want to say like 5 or 4.
I'm erring on the side of caution because I don't know how tough their schedule is and everything.
That's what I'm literally looking it up right now. That's
I just pulled 6 out because I'm like, this team is not good. They're not like, but they're not like dog shit awful. They're just not ready to compete. Like,
all right, let's check it out. Let's see what these Carolina Panthers who've been popping off at the mouth. Come on with this crap. God, so many fucking. Just show me the damn schedule. Okay, here we go. Week 1 against the Saints, they're going to lose. Week 2 against the Chargers, they're going to lose. Week 3 against the Raiders, most likely going to lose. Week 4 against the Bengals, that's a loss. Bears, the Bears, they may have a chance.
Caleb looked good today. The highlights I was trying to catch at work, man, he made some plays. I'm not a fan, but and again, I know it's just preseason, but I have to give. I got to call it like I see it, and I was like, wow, okay, this kid can move around. He's making some plays.
Week 6 the Falcons, I don't see them winning that. Okay, week 7 Commanders. It's okay. There's maybe a W. Week 8 Broncos, that might be a W. That's 2. Saints again a loss. Giants is going to be a W, so that's 3. Then a bye week. Chiefs loss. Buccaneers loss. Eagles loss. Cowboys loss. Cardinals
50-50 on that one.
Yeah, let's give it to
one
them.
of those teams I like to watch.
Let's just give it to them. Yeah. Let's give it to them. That's 4. Bucks loss, Falcons loss. Dude, they're looking 4 or 5 wins tops. They're looking at 4 or 5 wins tops. They're playing the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Bengals. Like, get the hell out of here with that. Plus, your division, the division sucks, but they're still better than you. I need to hear this crap.
We'll see. It'll be interesting to watch.
Ricky NY coming in, channel member, says, my son is here for a rare weekend visit. I feel like it's my birthday. Well, hell yeah, man. When family comes to visit, it's always a nice thing. Always a nice thing.
Boy, house. That's a win.
Maddie, I'm going to have to bring in someone else, man.
You might need to. I might sign off after the top 5, dude. Like I say, Vicodin just makes me so sleepy.
Like, well, how long are you supposed to be taking this Vicodin?
I'm only taking it when my knee's like acting crazy. But like this afternoon, I got home from work and my knee was like swelled up like a grapefruit. Like I had to take my brace off because it was hurting so bad to wear it. And so I was like, I'll just take one. I'll be fine. Just like fight the pipe. Don't like.
I'll remember your daughters next year, brother Mike. I know, brother Stack. I know I've been bald for 20 years for a reason. Was that the stress from children?
100%.
Shout out to Hamden native Alexis Holmes, who last weekend anchored the women's 4x400 relay and won gold by a large margin. Well, here's a quick question, because you have to ask now: did she have a dick, or is it a legitimate female? Because if it's a legitimate female, awesome on her. Don't know what the numbers are for, but Mets, I'm looking. I want to get some more channel memberships in here because I want a Mets emoji. I really want a Mets emoji. I think that'd be a great thing to have. Oh, these are the wins. So Mets thinks that the Panthers are looking at 3 wins. Stack says 4. YouTube user, I don't know if we can do that. I don't know enough porn stars by name. I'll be honest. I'm not that addicted to porn. Like, I know Jenna Jameson.
I read her book.
Oh yeah.
It was interesting. Talked about like it's interesting because it's like, you know, it's not all about just like banging and shit. It's not like reading like penthouse letters. It talks about growing up and what led her to be in that profession. It was interesting.
All right, well, let me bring this up. Just to let you guys know, the preseason is not affecting our show. I mean, it is affecting it in viewership, but it's not affecting us when we are broadcasting. We were here last Saturday, August 10th, to cover the Washington Redskins game. We are here now covering what's left of the Carolina Panthers game. And next week, I will probably be in New Jersey at my parents' house or whatever. But I will be here covering the New York Giants game. And since I'll be there, I'll be watching the game. So I'm going to have to set up a little bit differently. So I'll be facing the television for that one. Right, Maddie?
Yeah, that's going to be cool. You're going to cover the Giants game?
I'm not going to cover it. What I'm saying is when I usually broadcast from my mom's house, I'm sitting a certain way at a table in her like bar basement area.
Oh, I gotcha.
So in order to watch the game, I'm going to have to kind of shift on that table so that I can watch the game. And once again, folks, we're not streaming the game. We're not doing what Green Bean and Jets Media are doing, but I will have it on next week. So that actually may be a blessing in disguise because I didn't think I was going to be in New Jersey next weekend for that game.
I'm going to be able to watch the game.
Yeah, well, so that's what I'm saying. I'll be able to watch that game. And if I was going to watch any of these three, it'd be that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do they still give out the Snoopy trophy?
I don't even know. Probably.
Remember how weird that was?
So
and how Rex, for some reason, was really into it?
Obsessed with it. Yeah, he was like, yeah, I want the division, but we got to start with the Snoopy.
We got to start with the Snoopy MetLife trophy.
Hold the fuck down, Rex. No one cares but you.
I'm going to raise one for everybody out there. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, nice. I got to get one of those.
All right. We are very close, folks, to our intermission report, and everyone knows what that means.
Mike and Maddie's top 5.
And that comes from you folks. You guys in the chat are going to be giving us a bunch of options to do a top 5, and we will pick one. And then, of course, we will do that top 5. Don't put them in yet. Please don't put them in yet. Because it is what it is. I do think that if we are at the 2-minute warning in the game, that in about 10, 15 minutes, we should get a nice influx of viewers to the channel. Because I know if I was here, our numbers are extremely low tonight, Maddie.
The people that comment
very low tonight. Let's see here. Then bald from us not scoring TDs in the red zone for a reason. Yeah, well, once again, we're dealing with Martinez and Peasley.
Yeah, I feel like Aaron Rodgers could probably get us a few TDs in the red zone.
And I am a little upset that they didn't play Tyrod.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I thought he'd lead the game off. Jesus Christ. Panthers are probably going to score here.
Will it matter?
No, I mean, even if they got a 2-point conversion, they'd still be down by 1, and there's 22 seconds left. But
so here we go, folks. Just to let all of you guys know, these are the players who were not suited up for tonight's game. Well, here's some of them, at least. The ones that are really stick out to me. Aaron Rodgers, Tyrod Taylor, Breece Hall, Xavier Gibson, Alan Lazard, Malik Taylor, Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson, Tyler Conklin, Jeremy Ruckert, Morgan Moses, Tyron Smith, John Simpson, Elijah Vera Tucker, Joe Tippmann, Jake Hansen, Wes Schweitzer. I mean, literally every starter pretty much is not
scored a touchdown, and they put up the graphic for field goal and gave them 3 points on the scoreboard.
What happened?
They don't give a fuck about this game.
What happened?
Okay, so the Panthers rushed in for a touchdown, and instead of saying touchdown Panthers on the bottom, it said field goal and added 3 points initially to the score. They had to go back and figure. They clearly have the interns fucking running the graphics on this game. Your finals 15-12 Jets.
Then you have Kinlaw, Solomon Thomas, Quinnen Williams, Jermaine Johnson, CJ Mosley, Quincy Williams. I mean, literally, you just go down this list. Michael Carter, Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, Ashton Davis. It's pretty much every starter on our team did not play this game tonight. So it's like, Matt, before the preseason started, Matty said, fuck the preseason. You know, it's bullshit. I don't like watching it. When it comes to a game like this, with what I just said of how many, he's right.
Yeah.
As much as I like watching the guys who are fighting for a position, I much prefer it to be like last week where we saw some starters. We saw Tyrod, who we know is going to be on the team, things like that. I'm hoping next week versus the Giants. I know a lot of people are like, no, don't play Aaron, don't play the starters, whatever. But a series or two, like, come on. You know, it's like,
dude, this is literally just a scrimmage for the coaches to watch.
Yeah, oh, exactly. Absolutely. And that I don't like that. Like give me the starters for 2 series, then move to the number 2s and leave a few starters in, maybe some O-line, defensive line for the rest of the first quarter. Then once you hit the second quarter, have all number 2s in and have number 2s roll it to the 4th. And then when you get to the 4th, then you start throwing in your 3rd, 4th, 5th guys who you're trying to like. We kind of know who's making the team. So at least, you know, because my biggest fear is that we go in week 1 versus San Francisco with none of our starters having any game, like just any game experience for that season, and just be going in completely green, completely just not prepared to be playing contact football. So, you know, I'm hoping next week versus the Giants. I know, look, to Aaron Rodgers' credit, everything that I have read, he wants to be out there. Like he wanted to be out there in the scrimmage versus the Redskins. He was out there for the scrimmage versus the Panthers for a little while. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be out there for a scrimmage with the Giants. But I'd like to see him out there for a series or two. Remember how exciting it was last year when he came in versus the Giants and threw that beautiful touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson? You know, it happened. Get him off the field. He walks out happy. We all walk out seeing Aaron Rodgers, you know, throw a touchdown pass. And then the rest of the game, we can relax and see the guys who are trying to make the team. Yeah. Has anyone, I'll ask you this, Matty, but I'm also asking anybody in the comments. Has anybody heard of anybody getting cut yet?
I haven't. No, it's you know, I never thought about that, but I haven't. But maybe he's just. I mean, Solomon might have come out and said, "Look, I'm going to make my decisions for everybody at the very ass end of training camp. I'm not going to be cutting people, so you have a chance to redeem yourself, or whatever." But no, I have not.
So they're just gonna cut like 40 people in one day, because like right now I think they're allowed to carry like 90 guys or 80 guys.
That's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, and then it's just gonna be like the Red Wedding, just like
mass suicides out in front of One Jets Drive.
Yeah, like that's my question. Like, what do they do there? Yeah, ha 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 ha. Best part of the show.
That's kind of funny.
Bobby's salty nuts. Is that different than the nuts we had on earlier? Bobby's other nuts? Droopy nuts? Saggy nuts?
I'm trying to pay less attention to Bobby's nuts in my life.
We already have too much of that in our lives.
It's so hot in Denver still. You can start a salt mine in my shorts.
Says the guy whose quarterback only's had one injury-free season and still couldn't win a playoff game. Lame to get those kittens break that many tackles and get it. Shaking my head. What is up? What it is? What's up? Mike, Maddie, and Gangrene fam. What's up, Rusty Spooner? How you doing, man? Good to see you tonight. All right, you know what, Maddie? I think we can get into it.
Ready for our top five?
Yeah, we'll get. Look, guys, let's start getting those top fives in, because we are about to head to our intermission report. So we need all of you guys to not only hit that like button, but we also need you to give us a top five that we can come up with for the show. The more, the better, because then we'll have more to choose from.
Top five NES games.
Ooh, did someone guess that, or did someone pick that?
Just said that.
Dude, that's a good one.
I thought that'd be a fun one, actually. I was thinking about that a minute ago, and I was like, It's like, ooh, I could definitely come up with I could do top 30 for that one.
Yeah, man. Oh, we might need to just do that one. That's a good one. Well, let's figure it out when we get into the intermission report, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. It's time for Mike and Maddie's top 5, but we have to get to our intermission report, so let's go ahead and do that.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
Here we go. It is time for Mike and Maddie's top 5 here on the intermission report, halfway through our Saturday night show. Maddie is leading the charge right now with that top NES games. I really like that one.
We got a super chat.
We do. We're going to get to that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, our first super chat of the night. I really appreciate that. And he gets the Jets chant. Jets. John Ratcliffe coming in with $5 says, thanks for making my night better. Shoulders fucked, and I am on workers' comp right now and miserable. Dude, that sucks. I am sorry to hear that, but if our ramblings can help you out at all, I definitely appreciate the super chat. I appreciate that you're coming on here and loving what we're doing. That's awesome. Go Jets, 11-6 ceiling with first division title since 2002. I think our ceiling's higher than that, John. I'm going to be honest with you. I think our ceiling's 12.
Rusty had with a good idea for tonight's top 5. Top 5 insults.
Like your mom is so fat when she sits around the house, she really sits around the house, that kind of thing.
Whatever you got. I know I've got a few.
See, I'm not really good with insults. Mine just come. Like I don't have them in my head. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of come. But I really do appreciate the super chat, John. That is fucking awesome. And I do, guys out there, the emojis are available now, but I want to get to the next tier of emojis. I get 6 more where we're going to add a Mets one, which I really think would be funny. So I need about 11, I think, because like I said earlier, I needed 6 at the beginning of the night, but there's going to be about 5 gifted memberships that some may re-sign up, some may not. They all may not. So I think we're going to need around 11 memberships, whether you join yourself or you gift some out. So I would 100% appreciate that. That would be awesome. And then we could get, like I said, I really want, if we get more emojis, or if we get more of the ability to do more emojis, I am going to have Mets take a nice shot of his head just screaming in front of a white wall. And then I'm going to edit it out, the white around it. And that's going to be an emoji because everyone loves messing with Mets. And I think it'd be cool to have his face just available for you guys to do here. All right. Let me just go down here and check. Of course, I saw this and I immediately knew it was not a Jets fan and looked up. There he is, Brown YouTube user. You guys. There you go. I'm okay with that, Zachary. Yeah. I think 15's a lot. That ain't happening. I want to say the Jets ceiling is 13 wins.
No, he's just telling you the score of the game.
Oh, okay. 15-12. That's so shitty.
Dude, it was such a fucking dumb game.
That's so shitty.
Ugh. I've got a few other ideas.
Now this one's not bad. Top 5 junk foods.
I like that.
Top 5 insults directed at your co-host.
I'm winning that one.
Me and Maddie like to insult each other. Yeah, absolutely.
Top 5 villains. We've done that.
Top 5 villains.
Well, we did comic book villains.
Did we?
Yeah. We did
I mean, this could be like villains, period.
General,
like anybody. He was misunderstood.
We're getting fucking canceled.
top 5 serial killers. Now, once again, that seems like you're promoting them. That's like,
I
favorite
won't
serial
do
killer-
that. I hate those fucking people.
You know who my favorite serial killer is?
Yeah, no,
John Wayne Gacy.
That's for the teenage girls who are like, oh my god, Ted Bundy's dreamy.
Mets, we did this, or we did something close to this. Top 5 films you hate that ever, like guilty pleasure. I think we did guilty pleasure. We did guilty pleasure music when we were talking about New Kids on the Block and Aqua, and
because I have some movies that I like that the whole world fucking hates.
Let me tell you something, YouTube user. If this is the case, those 2 wins are going to be against the gay sharks.
The Dolphins, for sure.
Yeah. Tom Brady getting his knee snapped in half by KC. Real life villains. Okay. And Dano comes in with a real good one. There you go.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, this one's for Maddie.
I hate you people.
Well, maybe he means mat wrestlers, like Olympic wrestlers. You know? No. Scott Foster, what's up, man? How you doing, channel member?
Yeah, exactly. It was a real sleep. It was a snooze fest.
I would love, by the way, Scott, that's a good backup to have. I'm not even gonna pretend like that's not a good backup to have. Top 5 artists you've seen in person. I'm assuming this would be a good one.
Yeah, I agree. You could do anything. Music,
I love it.
Comics, whatever.
I love your NES one, but I'd feel bad not letting a viewer pick the top 5.
Whatever.
So guys, in the future, suggest top 5 NES games. But I think what we're gonna do
I love being plagiarized.
I think what we're gonna do is go with Ricky's top 5 artists you've seen in person. So I'm gonna start writing those down, and this one's gonna be harder, only because like usually we'll go to the chat and we will get ideas from you guys, and we can kind of still do that. But the problem is that not all of us have seen the same groups or bands or whatever. So it is what it is.
Are we just doing music or anything?
I was going to do music.
Let's do top 5 bands then, because you could do artists. It could be anything. You know what I mean? Like you could be like, oh, I saw Joe Rogan live and it was amazing, or whatever. You know what I mean? So
like comedians and things like that.
So let's agree that we're just doing music then.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. This isn't even going to be, by the way. Oh, then I guess I have to take off my number 1 if we're not doing comedians. Not my number 1, but the first one I wrote down.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's rein it in. We can do top 5 stand-up comics you've ever seen. Whatever. Hey, NYJet Superfan, what's up, buddy?
All right, guys. And we want to hear yours too, by the way. In the comments, tell us your top 5 bands that you've seen live. And they don't have to be the best bands. It could be
it could be just a band that killed it for you that night.
Or that you enjoyed the show. Like, if you specifically enjoyed the show, let us know.
My number 4 is going to be like, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Dude, Infrared, I can only imagine sitting behind DMX at the courthouse. And he's like, yo, Your Honor, what's up with that verdict, bitch?
John Radcliffe coming in saying, number 1, Lamb of God. Number 2, Slayer. Number 3, Metallica. Number 4, Iron Maiden. Number 5, Pantera. I'm not huge on Lamb of God, but I love Slayer, love Metallica. I celebrate their entire catalog up until Saint Anger.
Album.
No, Saint Anger's where I
Black Album's where it ends for me.
No, please. I can sit there and say like, oh, Load and Reload, they're just not as good. They're not, but they're still now looking back.
Like them.
look, I have no problem with Black Album. I have no problem with Load Reload. I have no problem with Garage Inc. After that, when you start getting to Saint Anger and Death Magnetic, that's when I start having a problem.
See, that for me, that's right after the Black Album. The only reason the Black Album even makes that list is because it's just super nostalgic for me.
I mean, my favorite albums are definitely your Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master Puppets, and Justice, obviously. But it's just, they're not bad albums. So I guess my Metallica fanship ends when Jason Newsted left the band.
So here's a follow-up for this. If we really want to do two of them. Top 5 bands you wish you could have seen.
Oh, that's another one.
That'd be a good one. Well, let's table that one. That's a good one for if we just don't have a good one.
Okay, fair enough. That's what we thought too.
Because Motorhead is on that list for me.
I met DMX in Bergen County Courthouse on our court date. I sat right behind him and didn't even ask him for an autograph. All the lawyers and everyone else did. He's number one for me, DMX.
Cool.
I'll tell you what. Speaking of rap or rappers, I went to go see Limp Bizkit, and this was when Limp Bizkit was big, and I saw them at Continental Airlines Arena where the Devils played at the time, and their opening acts first was System of a Down, and I think I've said this before. I've seen System of a Down like 4 times, but I never paid to go see System of a Down. They were always opening for someone else.
Yeah, they just happened to be there.
But I love System of a Down. I'm not saying I don't love System of a Down, but I'm just saying, like, I saw them at Ozfest 99. They were on like one of the lower stages. I saw them in that concert. And I saw them like 3 or 4 times. And I never actually paid to see System of a Down. But at that show, it was System of a Down, headliner Limp Bizkit, right in the middle, and they killed it. Was a Method Man and Redman.
Dude, I love Method Man and Redman.
Dude, it was wild in that place.
Meth is a huge Jets fan too.
Yes. He wasn't he on One Jets Drive or Hard
Knocks?
Knocks?
Hard Knocks last year. It's either Hard Knocks or One Jets Drive.
This is a sad thing, but have you ever seen How High?
Of course, and it's awful.
No, see, I loved it when it came out.
Yeah, when it came out, but I watched it again about 2 years ago, and I was like, am I fucking stupid?
Yeah.
I've never smoked weed in my life, and I was like, I must have been watching this while I was high. Somebody slipped me something.
Okay, we got cousin Kenny, definitely an older generation than me, and I'm kind of
Zeppelin, very good.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous of that one. Led Zeppelin. Oh,
that
no,
would be on my list for the other.
But he just saw Robert Plant. You can't count that. You saw Robert Plant. Ted Nugent, awesome. Metallica and MetLife in 2017, ELP and Rush. Ooh, Rush. That would have been a cool band to see.
You guys are gonna hate me, but I can't stand Rush.
I'm not a huge fan of Rush.
I hate Geddy Lee's voice. I can't. His voice I hate it. If you choose not to decide what that means, I'm fuck off, dude. Get the fuck out of here. God. And I hate that I hate Rush. I wish I liked them because musically they fucking jam. You know what I mean? I like literally could listen to Rush if they just took the voice out. Like give me karaoke Rush. I'll just play instrumental Rush.
Well, yeah, because then you still get what's his face's drums, and you get all that great shit. So, awesome shows he's been to: Killswitch Engage, Sepultura. Wow, I haven't thought of Sepultura in a long time. Yeah, Alice Cooper. Cool I'd love to see Alice Cooper.
I remember when Alice Cooper had his restaurants. Do you remember those?
No.
Yeah, so Alice Cooper had restaurants for like quite a while. Like,
dude, so many weird celebrities,
and all of his waitresses had the Alice Cooper makeup and shit, and it lasted for like a summer, and it was just gone. It was I think it was called Cooperstown.
Well, the Kiss had their own coffee house. Kenny Rogers had Kenny Rogers rotisserie chicken. Even you, I know you don't know much about wrestling, but you know who Mean Gene is, right?
Well, everybody knows Mean Gene now.
Dude, he had his own burger chain, Mean Gene's Burgers. That's crazy. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. All right, we'll get to Rusty Spooners, and then me and Maddie are going to start ours. System of a Down, Wu-Tang, Slipknot, Hatebreed, Johnny Cash. I saw Johnny Cash in Branson, Missouri. And at the time, I was younger. I was maybe 12. You ready for this? I don't know if I've told this story on the show before. So we were in Branson, Missouri. We have family out there. And they were like, oh, do you guys want to go see Johnny Cash? And of course, my mom was like, hell fucking yeah.
Who would say no to that?
Well, correct. And I wasn't familiar, but I love going to concerts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So we went to the concert and I enjoyed the concert, but they announced during the show that Price is Right fame Rod Roddy. Do you remember who Rod Roddy was on the Price is Right? The announcer?
I don't. Oh, okay, yeah, the announcer.
Come on down.
Yeah. I forgot his name was Rod Roddy.
Yeah, he always wore like sparkly jackets and shit. He was in the crowd, and I was so much more starstruck at the time by Rod Roddy than I was by Johnny Cash, and I went and got my picture taken with Rod Roddy.
You're like, excuse me, Mr. Cash, I'm busy.
Yeah, excuse me, can you move over, Mr. Cash? I want to speak to Rod Roddy here. But
That's
anyway.
funny.
But yeah, I got to see Johnny Cash. All right, let's start our list. I have one honorable mention only because I thought of two at the exact same time.
Okay. Let's just start with honorable mentions because I have one as well.
Okay, my honorable mention could be intertwined. It could, like, my honorable mention and my number 5, they could easily just be like switched out. It just depending on my mood. So my honorable mention is the Spice Girls.
Cool.
Saw them twice. Saw them once during their original run at Madison Square Garden, and then I saw them at Madison Square Garden on their reunion tour in 2008.
That's cool.
Yeah. Tell me what you really, really want.
A lot of my concerts, by the way, I got to see at Red Rocks, which if you're ever out here in Colorado, I don't care who you go see, Red Rocks is an amazing one. And my honorable mention would be the Yeah Yeah Yeahs at Red Rocks last summer. They were awesome. Just nice. Great show. It was nice. It was a fall evening. It was cool out. It was wonderful. It was fantastic.
Dude, I love outdoor concerts.
Oh, dude,
I like out here in Jersey. No, go ahead.
Oh, if you're ever out here, man. I mean, I saw Leonard Skinner at Red Rocks. I'll go see anybody. If somebody's like, hey, I got an extra ticket to Red Rocks, I'm like, I don't care. Like, they do movies up there. If you ever get bored, like, Google Red Rocks and just, like, look around, like, have them, like, take the virtual tour and look at it. It's beautiful. It's so nice. It's right outside Denver. It's super cool. It's beautiful out there, and it's a great place to do anything. Like, the concerts, the movies, everything. It's amazing.
All right. Wait, we got a bunch of other ones in here. Hold on one second. Wish I could have seen. I'm not putting that up, John. I'm not putting up your wish you could have seen. That's gonna be a whole nother list. Cousin Kenny says Rush in Hartford, 2005 or so, second row. Don't know how I scored them. Caught a T-shirt that they used to throw out. That's awesome.
That's cool.
Wish I could have seen Guar live. I have never got to see Guar. I have
seen Guar live.
That's pretty cool.
It's a whole production. I saw them at the Fillmore, which is a small venue on East Colfax in Denver. And yeah, it was everything you thought it was before Otis Arungus died and everything else. Like, you got sprayed with the fake blood, which is literally like red water. It was great. It was a fucking insane show.
We got another super chat in here. TS Jets. Joe O. Mandela, one of my old co-hosts from my old podcast, coming on, says number 1, Bruce Springsteen at Continental, show 15 of 15 in 1999.
I bet that was amazing.
There you go. And you know what? You mentioned it. I got to say this. Not a big Bruce fan.
I love Bruce.
And I'm a Jersey boy.
You're probably a Jovi guy.
No, but I'd go like Frank Sinatra, the Misfits, Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen.
All quality. You know what I mean? Like, nobody.
Those are the Jersey boys.
Nobody you can really badmouth on the list. All right, give me your number 5.
I already gave you my number. I gave you my honorable mention. Actually, let me throw something out here. I'm going to give you my number 5, but I just want to point out there's reasons. Like, I've seen Journey but I never got to see him with Steve Perry. So I've seen him a bunch of times, but I can't count that. I never saw Van Halen, but I saw the Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth tour. Okay, when they toured together.
Like?
It was awesome, by the way.
Cool.
And it only lasted like a few shows after that before both of them were
fighting. Both wanted to kill each other.
Yeah, they wanted because both wanted to headline.
Dude, it's so funny. I was driving home from picking my daughter up the other day, and there was a car that had a Van Halen sticker on it. So I was like, oh, fuck yeah. So I pulled up next to some lady, and then I rolled in and was like, yo, sis. She's like, what? What's up? I was like, Van Halen fucking rocks. And she was like, oh, hell yeah. It was like such a fucking lame 80s metal moment. It was great.
Well, today, when I brought my shit to the dump earlier, I was wearing my Halloween 3 Season of the Witch pants. They're just like PJ pants. And the guy, I handed the guy my PJ pants. Well, yeah, and I gave the guy my card to punch for going to the dump, and he takes it, sees the PJ pants, he goes, "No, Halloween 3, here, take that back. You got a free ride today." I was like, "Hell yeah,
nice."
And I've seen Def Leppard, I whatever. And here's a funny thing: I was at a Misfits show, and they were handing out free tickets at the Starland Ballroom for a show coming up, and I got to see Europe.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
For free. And by the way, folks, Europe sings Final Countdown. So
I love that in the 80s we had bands named after continents.
Oh yeah, Asia,
Europe, Asia.
Uh-huh. And then Toto had Africa the song. It all works out. Okay, my number 5, like I said, goes along with my it's interchangeable with my honorable mention of the Spice Girls. But my number 5 had to be on there, New Kids on the Block. Saw him on the Magic Summer Tour back in like 88, 89, something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was even 90. And then I saw him a couple times on the reunion tour in 2009. New Kids on the Block. There it is.
I'm just gonna plead the fifth on this one.
Yeah, Danny, Donnie, Joey, Jordan, John.
All right. Well, I'm gonna outgame you right now. My number 5 is the Cardigans, who I've seen several times. And the coolest time I saw them was in, I'm going to say 03 or 04, at the Maybelline Chicks with Attitude concert, where I was there with my buddy and his sister. They're from England. And she's like, I could never get this close to the Cardigans back home. Well, I also saw during that show, Liz Phair was kind of the big ticket, but an undiscovered Taylor Swift played that show.
Oh, really?
Like a 16, 17-year-old Taylor Swift who was really nice to everybody, gave me a hug, was super nice to everybody. And you can look it up, the Maybelline Chicks with Attitude. It was Butterfly Bouncer. And I've seen the Cardigans several times. And I always tell them, I'm like, when are you guys going to play some more of your Sabbath covers, man? Because they do these great fucking heavy metal covers. If you've never heard the Cardigans Iron Man, it's awesome. But Cardigans was definitely my number 5.
All right, my number 4 is, and I brought up, I've seen the Misfits before, and they're great to watch. But my number 4 is actually when a couple of years ago went to go see Michael Graves solo by himself, but he performed the 2 Misfits albums that he was on. And it was just in a small club up in Dudley, Massachusetts. And it was just so awesome. I got to hang out with him afterwards. And my daughter Alice at the time was like 3-4 years old, and I was telling him how much she loved the some of his songs from the Misfits, and he was like, "Oh, pull out your phone." And she actually, on this channel, on this YouTube channel, if you go back in my videos enough, there is a video of me. I was filming Michael Graves performing Saturday Night off of the Misfits' Famous Monsters album. At the end of that video, there's a video message from Michael Graves. Like, I'm standing there holding the phone, showing the 2 of us, and he's talking to my daughter. He was like, pull out your phone. I'll send her a message. So, because it was in a 21 and over club, I couldn't bring her. So he signed a free poster for her and everything. Like, awesome dude. So my number 4 is Michael Graves.
Very nice. My number 4 is Better Than Ezra.
Nice.
One of the most.
I'm not as familiar with their stuff though.
All right. See, I like those guys. But they put on such a great show. They got everybody involved. It was an absolute laugh riot. Everybody had so much fun. Great show. Just awesome. So much fun.
All right, let's keep moving along on this list. Guys, please hit that thumbs up button. Tonight we were competing against so many huge Jets content creators and other content creators who are doing live streams of the Jets game. So your thumbs up really matter tonight. And obviously keep bringing in those super chats and memberships. We got to get like 10 to 11 more memberships so I can get more emojis. for you guys to use. I really want a Mets one like that. I'm so excited to have an angry Mets emoji. All right. And that's gifted member. You can either gift memberships or just join the channel yourself if you haven't joined. And it's less than a cup of coffee a month, literally, and you get a free super chat at the end of each month. So it all pays for itself. My number, what are we to? My number 3?
3.
My number 3 is going to be, it's hard to choose between these two. I'm going to say my number 3 is the Beach Boys.
Okay.
I saw the Beach Boys back in the 90s at the Garden State Arts Center. And I want to point out that you were talking about that open air venue you went to. The Garden State Arts Center, it'll fit like, let's say, I don't know, 10,000 people, something like that. But it's an open air pavilion. So I always love going to shows like that.
Yeah, they're always great outside.
So yeah, we'll do the Beach Boys. And it was a lot of the original members, and Stamos actually came out and did some jamming with them.
Really?
Yeah, you can't deny. Well, he's actually touring with them right now.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and he's in the Kokomo video. He's kind of part of the Beach Boys.
It's so weird.
Go ahead, Maddie. Give me
My
your
number 3 is my favorite band that is still together, even though they have definitely lost their luster. Their albums are just not as good. Interpol.
Okay.
Huge Interpol fan, New York City band. I've seen them, I don't know how many fucking times, but they've always put on a pretty solid show, and I've seen them lots of times. They're always a good time.
Awesome. Now, guys, as we get to our top 2, and we will then pull out of our intermission report, I am going to be dropping the link in the description. So for the last 40 minutes to a half hour of the show, unless you guys get saucy and start wanting me to stay till midnight, I know Maddie ain't, but if you guys get enough money in here, I'm willing to do anything, and I mean anything. As we get through these last top 2, I'm going to get that in there so that you guys can call. I'm going to get the link in the description so that you guys can call in and talk to me about this Jets-Panthers game tonight, what you saw from the game, and or your top 5 bands or whatever that you've seen live. My number 2 is going to be Black Sabbath, the original lineup of Black Sabbath. They reunited for the Ozfest 99 tour, and I'm telling you, underneath them was like Rob Zombie, the Deftones, Slipknot, System of a Down, like tons of people. But Black Sabbath headlined the show, and it was fucking awesome.
I bet
And
it
this
was.
is when Ozzy could still kind of move around at that point. But there was a rumor that he kept dumping water all over himself, and the rumor was that he had to do it because he pissed his pants so much. But I don't know if that's true.
You ain't cool if you don't piss your pants.
If you don't pee your pants.
My number 2 is Radiohead. I saw Radiohead also at Red Rocks, and it was phenomenal.
Awesome. Moving along here, folks. My number 1, here we go. My number 1 band that I've ever seen live, and it's only because literally my favorite song of all time is by this band, and the song is November Rain by a little band called Guns N' Roses. And I got to see them on their reunion tour, Not in This Lifetime tour. As soon as it kicked off, saw them at Lincoln Financial Field while I still lived in Philly. So where the Eagles play, the Link, got to see the reunited Guns N' Roses, and that was awesome.
That's a pretty cool show. My number 1 barely edged my number 2, and it was 9 Inch Nails. I've seen 9 Inch Nails several times, and the last time I saw them was also at Red Rocks, and my brother got us tickets for my birthday. And the only reason it edged out Radiohead was because my brother was there, but man, what a show. And if you ever, you can always look up a lot of bands live at Red Rocks. For whatever reason, people just post entire concerts. Man, what a show. We had a good time. And if you can see behind me, that red right there, that was on the rocks.
Above your head?
Yeah, that 9 Inch Nails logo right there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, dude, that was definitely my number 1 show that I've been to. Definitely 9 Inch Nails.
Awesome. There it is, folks. You know what? Real quick, as we get ready to head out of the intermission report, I'm just going to go through mine. My number 5 was New Kids on the Block. Number 4, Michael Graves. Number 3, The Beach Boys. Number 2 was Black Sabbath, and number 1 was Guns N' Roses. Maddie, you want to just run through those one more time?
Sure. It was the Cardigans, Better Than Ezra, Interpol, Radiohead, and Nine Inch Nails.
We'll be right back.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
All right, folks. We have I have dropped the link in the comments section. So if you want to call in, talk about the Panthers game, talk about your favorite bands from tonight that you've seen, your favorite bands that you have seen from your lifetime, please give us a call, and we'd appreciate that, hitting the like button and all that. But Maddie, yeah, that was a pretty good top. I get giddy about that top 5 NES.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. We can do NES, and then we can do SNES too. We can do Genesis games, because you and I grew up in that era. So
I do think a lot of our listeners grew up in that era too.
I think so too.
I mean, when I look at YouTube Studio and I start to see like the algorithms, the algorithms of people, it's definitely people in our age group range. But anyway, yeah, let's. If you want to call in, or Scott wants to call in and talk and give us the update on the Dolphins Commanders game, please feel free to do so. Oh, how impressive. Wow, impressive. Tua went 5 for 5 in a preseason game with a touchdown. That, you know what? You guys for a quarter century, you have not won a playoff game. So I understand that you have to brag about things like that. All right, let's do it. We got people in here. Mets, what's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Oh, here we go.
Not much. I mean,
Mets,
I will agree with Manny. That game was BAS. Boring as shit.
It really was. But it's preseason, like I say. Preseason games, we have to remember, as fans, the preseason games are not for us. They're for the organization to just judge talent. So
True, but
the
still,
fact that we watch them is nice, but who cares?
I'm just saying that game in general was boring as shit.
Oh, I'm preaching to the choir, dude.
Well, how do you feel with me? I'm going to literally, after this show is over, I'm going to go watch the replay.
I'll bet you don't make it the whole fucking night through.
No way. No fucking way will I make it.
No.
Mets, I'm trying to get people to donate more memberships or join the channel. Would you, if we get it, would you take a picture of your meanest face and against a white wall and send it to me so I can make it an emoji?
Sure.
Awesome.
I want to
top 5 bands I've seen. Like
I want to hear it.
Comment. I've only seen one in my life, and that's Skillet.
Wait, you've only seen one concert your whole life?
Yes, unfortunately.
All right, then I'm gonna change it for you, Maddie. Hold on, I'm gonna change it for Maddie and you, Mets. Give me your top 5 wrestling events you've been to.
Most of them have been house shows, but let's see. I was at the 2019 Crockett Cup.
Okay.
I was at the 2016 Ring of Honor Best in the World.
There you go.
Something more recent, I was at Major League Wrestling Super Fight in 2022.
Okay.
I was at Teenage Bound for Glory in 2015.
Nice. Maddie, I think Maddie was that one too.
And I know this one is a little oddball, but I actually indulged myself in a little game changer wrestling. It's Sanctified in 2022.
Nice. I would say my top 5 would be I went to the first. There was one I didn't go to, but of the first 5 House of Hardcore shows, I was at 4 of them, and you could see me in them. But those would all rank as my number 5. Then in no particular order,
right?
Yeah, correct. Then in no particular order, I would say I was at WrestleMania 23. I was at SummerSlam 89, SummerSlam 91, and what others? I'm trying to think of like big shows that people would know. And I was at a couple of ECW house shows back when it was really ECW. So
I also went to a event called Premier Wrestling Experience All Hail the King.
Okay.
In
Fair
21.
Real quick, Mets, I need to know, did you see any of that Giants preseason game?
No. The time it started, I was on the clock at work this afternoon. I was on the clock at work beginning at around 10 this morning. And by the time I got home, it was around halftime. And even if I was able to catch it, I can't get it on my TV setup. The only reason I was able to watch the Jet Panther game is because I live in the Carolinas, so it was more linked to the Panthers.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Daniel Jones did not look good.
Don't remind me.
Again,
what do you expect with 10 months of rust?
Oh, absolutely. But, I mean, a starting quarterback going out there in the preseason throwing 2 interceptions, I mean, that's bad.
I know. But again, he's been on the shelf for 10 months. What can you do?
Let's see here. Oh, Infrared coming in. Let's see what he's saying about Tua. Tua went 5 for 5 and beat one above 500 team last season. Yeah, Tua, they act like he's a great quarterback and whatnot. Well, by the way, speaking of great quarterbacks, and I don't even think this was that great, but everyone's making such a big fucking deal about it. Did you see the behind-the-back pass from Mahomes to Kelsey?
Yeah, so what?
Yeah, and not only that, it wasn't even that good. Like, he's lucky Kelsey was able to make the catch.
Yeah, he just flopped it. Kelsey got it. It's like, so what? It is what it is.
Yeah. People are literally, it's almost like Patrick Mahomes' balls are in the mouths of all like professional football like analysts. It's like they just have to gush all over him, like it's like they're his new girlfriend, like talking about how great he is to their girlfriends. It's over the top. It was fun to watch, but if he did that in a regular season game, like if I was the coach, I'd pull him off the field and like smack.
Yeah, he'd sit for a down and be like, "Are you out of your damn mind?"
I'm gonna be blunt. The only way we're gonna get rid of Patrick Mahomes is to trick him into saying Candlejack.
I don't understand the reference.
Freakazoid. Remember the cartoon show Freakazoid?
No.
Yes, but I didn't watch
it. Character, it was basically the boogeyman, where if you say his name, he'll show up, he'll rope, tie you up, and cart you off. The character's name was Candlejack.
Man, you landed that one.
Joe comes in and says, "You were at Mania 23 in Detroit, Mike. It's on the DVD." Yes, I was there, and I was there with Joe. So that's why he knows that information. Me and Joe, my old co-host Calvin Brody, and who else was with us? It was me, Cal, Joe, someone else. Was it Corfif? I don't remember. Or no, Tony Bracadetta. Yes. Okay.
Infrared, I don't know if aliens wrestle, but I did see the new Alien movie.
How was it?
Sucked.
No, it didn't suck. If you're a fan of the series, it's like a B plus. Not B minus. If you don't care about the series, it'd be about a C. Had some good shit. Kind of tripped over itself. Did a couple things that were kind of dumb. I got to be honest, I was really worried about one thing in it. I was like, please don't do this shit. Please don't do this shit. And it didn't. So I was like, all right, cool. But definitely, I mean, better than some of the sequels. It's fun. You know, I've actually been to the movies twice this year or this month, which is way more. Yeah, Crazy Fridge, you're with me on this. Way more than I usually go. I saw Trap and I saw Alien. And Trap is a good time. Trap's a lot of fun. So
I've been planning on going to see the Deadpool Wolverine movie, but that's about as far as I'm going to go with the films, with the movies this year.
My wife's making me take her to that at some point next week.
I want to point out that YouTube user says him and Scott Black should host and co-host the show one day. YouTube user, that would involve you giving up your secret identity, but also We don't fear Dolphins fans. If you two come on this show, I will 100% pull me and Maddie off the screen and let you guys go for however long you are till you're not
Be
boring.
like 2 monkeys fucking a football.
Whoever this YouTube user is, he'll always be Edge's little bitch.
Why would he be Edge's bitch?
Who's Edge?
Wrestler.
A wrestler?
By the way, Crazy
Maddie,
Fridge,
how
thank
many
you for
times do I have
joining
to
us.
tell you? How many times do I have to tell you, Maddie? Anytime you don't understand something that Metz is talking about, it's a wrestling reference. Just boom.
Well, he threw some dumb freakazoid thing up there. It's either wrestling, anime, whatever it is. I hate it. Okay, let's just say that.
Technically, Freakazoid is an American cartoon.
Well, I hate it in a way.
Hey, wait, my voice sucks? That's bullshit, YouTube user. I have a nice radio voice. Come on now.
It's like smooth velvet girl.
Hell yeah. Yo, I'm not even kidding. Oh, never mind. I think he's talking about Mets. He's getting on Mets. YouTube user does not like Mets.
You know,
YouTube user hates everybody, and I love him for it.
Grizzly bear while shoving King Kong up your ass.
No, I know YouTube user. I know. I figured it out. Thank you. But yeah, no, honestly, I'm being dead serious.
Yeah,
if YouTube user and Scott Black want to call into this show, and I will pull, as long as you're entertaining and you get people riled up in the chat, I will pull me and Maddie off and let you guys go, and then I'll pop Mets in with you.
I'll take the night off. Shit, I don't care.
I think that would be hilarious to have a Jet show and all of a sudden Dolphins fans are hosting it.
Fucking pirated by Kid Charlemagne.
All right. Well, Mets.
I don't fucking smoke, dude.
YouTube user says otherwise.
Cigarettes.
I'm out of here.
Well, hold on, Mets. Real quick. YouTube user just private messaged me and told me that you literally bought a pack of Marlboro Reds off him the other day.
Did not. As far as I'm concerned, he failed to get laid on Total Divas. He failed to get laid by anyone.
All right, Mets. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it as always.
Night.
All right, YouTube user.
Questions and answers.
Saying we will do it one day. Hey, man. Like I said, I have no problem with that. I don't figure.
I would watch that for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, no, me and you would be here. We would just be in the green room, so that if it got off the rails or something started to happen, we could pop back in and correct them. No, you know what? I wouldn't even correct them because I'd let them run the show. But if it once again, we don't know if these guys are professional YouTubers, so maybe they're boring. Who knows?
They're great. I don't care. They're so much fun in the comments. I love these guys.
Well, maybe they're only good in the comments. That's what I'm saying. You know, maybe they're good keyboard warriors.
I don't know.
No, we love you too, YouTube user.
I like Percocet.
All right, let's bring in.
I hate that shit.
He gets to come in every other week and sometimes on Tuesdays. I really enjoy that. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky NY, how you doing tonight?
Boy, what's up, Ricky?
Good, man. Good. How you guys doing tonight?
Good, brother. Good to see you.
Doing great.
Good to see you guys. Man, not a great game tonight, for sure. I mean, I guess if there's something encouraging I can take out of it, it's that the Panthers didn't hit 100 total yards until, there was like 7 minutes left in the game or something like that. But I mean, initially watching it, Irv Charles pre-snap penalty, there was a couple of those, and I'm thinking, okay, we're finding out who's not making the team right now,
Well, the highlight
Brownlee,
of the game was that Will McDonald sack.
Yeah, I mean, there were some good moments, but far between, man. Like it just, and all the Peasley and Martinez love from last week seems to have tapered off quite a bit this week. But
that was bad.
Well, hold on. But to be fair, the Peasley, he didn't play well last week. He had that one really beautiful touchdown pass to Brownlee, but I was way more impressed last week with Martinez because he had two amazing throws far down the field, and they weren't like rainbows like what Peasley threw. They were like long bullets. But apparently this week not so much.
But again, none of us
uh,
expect either of those guys to see a second of playing time this year.
Right. Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. I mean, and as far as next week, I mean, I think we maybe see our starters for a series again, similar to last year.
Yeah, I expect to see Rodgers for like 4 or 5 downs.
Yeah, if we don't score on that first series, maybe a second one, but I don't expect much beyond that. And that's why I think, and nobody's really playing their starters a whole bunch anymore in the preseason, but I think that's why, the first and second game of the year looked so sloppy, like even last year, and a lot of teams started slow because they're not getting the work ahead of time.
Well, I think part of it too is the lack of mandatory cuts at certain dates. So like there's no pressure. You're like, fuck it, dude, throw all these guys in because we don't have to cut them based on one performance. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's part of it. Which I didn't think about that till just like a few minutes ago. But if you still got all these guys on the rosters, you don't have to make cuts till the end of the final day. You're like, fuck it, throw them out there. Maybe the guy will impress me.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with you completely, Ricky. I do not think teams should be going into week 1 without the starters having played at least 2 series. Just 2 series in 3 games. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, just shake the barnacles off. I agree.
Yeah, and like Rodgers doesn't need to even risk getting hit. He can hike the ball, and as second he sees something wrong, just throw it away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be upset about that. But get him out there,
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. I totally agree. At any rate, let me go ahead and give you my top 5.
I
want to hear this.
I got
top 5 bands that Ricky has seen live.
Yes, I've got a couple of honorable mentions as well. Halloween, because I met their singer Michael Kiske. Spread Eagle from Brooklyn, where I used to live, and Rob Halford was also a real nice guy when I met him. But all the top 5 are only the best shows that I had seen, but also I met each and every one of them. Number 5 would be Merciful Fate. When they were here, I got to jam with their guitar player, Hank Sherman, at sound check before the show. So that was like really, really cool. Number 4, I would say Pantera, which was just recently. I did set up so it wasn't Dimebag. It was, the Anthrax drummer and Zach Wilde, but I got to meet Zach Wilde that night, which was really cool.
Zach Wilde also guest star on Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah. And, Mets would probably love this too, but like there was a guy that got up and sang a song with him on stage, and afterwards he came running by us in the backstage area. He's like a long-haired guy slapping a bunch of people's hands, and I was like, "Who was that?" Like I thought it was a guy from another band. The guy, it was Chris Jericho. I didn't know who it was at the time, but number 3 would be Slayer. Because I got to meet Jeff Hanneman when he was still alive, which was really cool. I was a big fan of his. Number 2, Motley Crue.
Nice.
Who I met a bunch of times. But I did the Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Alice Cooper tour like a year ago. The stadium tour.
Sweet.
I got fired off. I got fired off of it too, but still. That was a good time, and I've hung out with those guys a bunch of times, and Vince is a super fucking cool guy. And then number 1 would have to be Alice Cooper, who I've probably seen a dozen times. By the time my kid was in high school, she had seen Alice like 8 times.
That's awesome. That's sweet.
But funny story, like back when I was in high school, two girls that I went to school with actually like ran away with the Alice Cooper band for like a couple of weeks. They were gone or something. And however, my friend Amy like became really good friends with him, still keeps in touch with him. Like, I mean, she's posting like shit on her Facebook page with him at her birthday party at her house. And so, like,
Sweet.
every time Alex
that's
comes
really
into town, they get together. And
Well,
so, and he was like
let me ask you something. When you go to see Alice Cooper, the main thing I want to know is does Alice play the songs from Friday the 13th Part 6? Does he play Teenage Frankenstein and Man Behind the Mask?
You know what? I think I've seen him do Man Behind the Mask once. I have seen him do Teenage Frankenstein a couple of times.
Teenage Frankenstein is a pretty popular song.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, and you know,
And
I'd
does
say
he
like
do the one from Wayne's World, Feed My Frankenstein?
yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen
I
him do that one too. In the more recent years, like the stage show has mellowed out a little bit. It's not the big full production, but we've seen him, you know, when he did the big full production, you know, the Alice in the guillotine with his head coming off and the whole 9 yards, man. And it's great. And that's what I really loved about his shows, Luke, because it wasn't just, you know, it wasn't just a concert. It was like a concert and a show. Like it was just that whole big production. And I guess, you know, now that I'm like sitting here thinking about it, I guess I would say that would be somewhat of an inspiration for my show that I'm trying to start. Is, you know, I don't want to do a show where it's, you know, just only me sitting around talking. It's like, you know, like thinking about it, it's like, man, you know, we've got this YouTube thing going on, but it's kind of like talk radio and you're watching it. Like, you know, I want to do like entertainment. I want to like try to take this thing to a whole new level.
You got to do some mandatory metal.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what direction that thing takes. But I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, man, like Alice is just.
By the way, throughout all of this, I completely forgot one of my favorite shows to go to and would have been on my top 5 had I remembered it. The thing is, I've been to so many concerts that I completely forget some, and this is one that I've prided myself on going to for so long, and I still have my T-shirt from the show. Maybe if I find it, I'll wear it on a show eventually. And I know as metal fans, you guys might think this is a joke, but I saw Kiss original lineup in '96 at Madison Square Garden when they reunited with Ace and Peter, and that show was outstanding.
I like the Bad Mouth Kid. It still rocks.
Well, I was just thinking, because I was thinking about you guys talking about Alice Cooper and whatnot, and I like a surprising amount of bands that wear makeup. So it's like Alice Cooper, Kiss, the Misfits, even ICP. Like, for some reason, I like a lot of bands that wear makeup. It's I don't know.
Twisted Sister fan.
That's a different type of makeup. Okay, so when you get the girly kind of makeup, you got the Poisons and the Motley Crues and the Twisted Sisters. I meant like Halloween makeup.
Yeah, like Slipknot, Gwar, and stuff like that. Yeah.
My sister partied with Slipknot. She said they're the coolest guys ever. I can't stand their music. They're not for me, but there's a great mashup on YouTube of Slipknot and the Spice Girls. It's If You Want to Breathe My Sulfur. I'm telling you right now, listen to it. I had to download it, and I will blast that shit in the car. It's hilariously good.
Well, I'm gonna have to check that out. Like,
I'll send you the link on Twitter.
I've been fortunate. You know, I've been fortunate enough. You know, like doing stages for shows and going on tour. That, like, I was like fresh out of high school. Actually, I wasn't actually out of high school yet. I got expelled my senior year, and I left and went on my first tour. You know, when I was 17 years old. So I've gotten to meet a lot of people. I had a friend named Mike when I was in junior high school that his uncle was Artemis Pyle from Skinner. And so
that's cool.
I got a bunch of really cool. Yeah. Oh my God. You want to talk about a party guy? That guy was an animal, dude. He was out of control. Even by my standards.
The weird thing is actually today, and it was today or yesterday. I was listening to the radio, and they had some to win tickets to go see Leonard Skinner. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, isn't every original member of that band dead? Like,
Yeah, I think so.
Who's
Damn near.
left?
I've seen them live.
Who's left?
They're great.
So they're not. But
All
they're
the guys
not Leonard
that stepped up
Skinner.
played great. Like, so they played their songs. I was happy with it.
Yeah, it's like one of the other Van Zant brothers, and then just a bunch of guys or whatever. It's not really Skinner, but I'll give you an interesting piece of trivia. Everybody knows the Van Zant brothers, but Van Zants also have a sister who was a popular musician. Do you know who she is?
I do not.
I'm just trying to.
Joan Jett.
No
Really?
way. I
Yep,
love
Joan, and
Wait,
she
you
she
said
changed her,
sister
she changed
or
her
cousin?
name because she sister. And
Wow.
she changed her name because she didn't want to, just like make her name on the Van Zant name. She wanted to do her own thing. But yep.
Dude, that's awesome. That's
I did
awesome.
not.
I was unaware. But anyway, Ricky, we are heading down to the end
Yeah,
of our
I'm
show.
going
We
to
got about 9 minutes left.
worthless information.
Yeah. I hope to see you on
All right,
Tuesday
man.
night.
You guys have a great night. And,
All right,
like
yeah.
this Tuesday and Saturday, I'll be working, but I'll see you guys the following week.
All
Right on,
right,
brother.
cool. Thank you so much, Ricky. That is Ricky NY coming in to talk. Love when he comes in when he's not working. Unfortunately, he does usually work, every other week on our show, like during our showtime. But yeah, and internet held out pretty good tonight. I mean, it's been better. It's been better, Maddie. But that was awesome, and I love. There's like guys in our chat. It's like who I'll have guys who will put it like when we talk music, it'll be like all rap. Oh, and then whatever. But we can always count on like you and Ricky, and there's somebody else in the chat. You guys are like metalheads, and I'm a metalhead too, but not as insane crazy as you guys are.
Yeah, I kind of rediscovered my love of metal about 2 years ago and was just like, why did I ever stray?
It happens.
Yeah, I mean, I still love everything else. I just was like, gotta move metal to the front of the rotation again.
All right. Well, let me see here. Hold on. Got a few more comments. Infrared in here. Daniel Jones had a bad game today versus second stringers. Yeah, he did. And he just got a really nice bag. Tyrod versus Danny Dimes, maybe first quarter. No, I want to see A-Rod out there for a series or two.
Yeah.
I want all the starters out there for a series or two. Then you bring in Tyrod for, I'd say, the rest of the game. What the fuck is the point of playing Peasley and Martinez at this point?
No, they're never going to see the field.
Yeah. So let's stop playing that game. Let Tyrod finish out the game.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, but again, we're not the coach. So
It's so disappointing. It's just you just want to. It is what it is. YouTube user just wants to piss people off.
he's just hating all day long. It's great.
They ain't gonna get hurt. Don't worry about it, YouTube user. Although the Bills and the Patriots, we can all agree on this with the Dolphins fans. They both lost pretty big defensive players this past week in practice.
This week.
Which once again, I'm not like YouTube user where I'm hoping for injuries on guys. But if injuries are going to happen, I'd like them to happen to AFC East rivals. That's just how it is. What are you watching, Maddie? Let us all know.
Sorry, the Rapids are playing.
Oh, so like the 15th most talented soccer league in the world is playing. And it's more important than the show. Maddie needs to make sure.
Me awake right now.
Maddie needs to make sure that when a 1 goal a game is scored, he sees it.
Hey man, I'm just trying to keep my eyes open because that fucking stupid ass Vicodin makes me so sleepy.
That makes sense.
Like I'm like, okay, just keep them open.
Yeah, cousin Kenny. Look, I'll be honest. I like men's World Cup soccer. I do like some I'm a Millwall fan, but it's so hard to watch them So when I can watch some Millwall games, I'll watch them just because they're like the Jets of England. Like
Yeah.
their fans are all rowdy and just uncouth and just, you know, beat people up and underdogs and all that stuff. So that's yeah. Well, look up the Millwall Lions. Come on, you Lions. And channel member, preseason or not, the Jets are undefeated for another week. Drink it in while you can, man. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rusty Spooner, YouTube user piece sitting down and it shows. Go eat your dino nugget your mama made you.
I totally ate some dino nuggets this week, and they were so
Yeah,
bland.
dude, dino nuggets aren't nothing to make fun of, or ain't nothing to make fun of.
Yeah, I was.
I can hear the fucking game. I'm listening to a soccer game.
I'm listening
from
to
Denver.
You, and neither one is that interesting.
Right.
I'm actually going to sign off here. I'm losing.
No. We're hitting the 2-hour mark. It's the perfect
That's what I
time.
mean, dude. I'm dragging. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I had to take some meds for my knee, or I wouldn't have been on at all tonight otherwise. So I'm gonna just call it a night, guys. I will see you Tuesday, but like I say, this fucking Vicodin just makes me so sleepy and punch drunk and retarded. Guys, thanks for calling in. Love you, Mike. I'm sure you'll text me a bunch of criticisms about my performance tonight, tomorrow. All of it well deserved. With that said, boys and girls, I will holler at you later on.
There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. My co-host Maddie, he's all Vicodin'd up tonight due to his knee. But hey, it is what it is. But once again, I didn't have time to prepare for tonight's show because of my daughter's birthday and her birthday party the past 2 days. And look, if it's any week that I was going to be coming in ill prepared, it's a game versus the Carolina Panthers in the preseason where literally like no starters are in the game. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sign off the show. I'm going to go out back. I'm going to have a drink. I am going to take a puff, and I am going to watch the replay of what all of you have called one of the most boring games that you've ever seen. I'm going to go actually sit out back and try to watch that game. Thank you so much to Joe and to, who was it, John, who sent in super chats tonight. I really do appreciate that. Next Friday night, I will bring it up, obviously, because it's nice to have graphics, right? Next Friday night, we end out the preseason of the NFL and for the New York Jets. And as you can see right there, the New York Giants, Saturday, August 24th, 7:30 p.m. I will be in New Jersey for my nephew's birthday party. So that night, nothing will change. I will go live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that I will have the game playing. So it will be at least I'll be a little bit more in the know. I'll have watched some of the game. Well, I'll have watched the whole game. But then when we get to the game or the time for the show, I'll actually be informed and be able to talk to you guys about it. So that's nice, right? All right. Is there anything else? I'll tell you what. I don't know if I have it up here. No, I took down all the pictures of the jerseys. I took down all the goddamn pictures of the jerseys. But man, today for the first time, they wore their new green top, white pants. My favorite Jets uniform of all time is that uniform right there. And I can't decide if I like that one or the 80s one better. I mean, they're probably equal, but God, they're just so sharp. And they're not like all these other teams that need to tell you what city they're from. The Jets have moved past having the city or the team name across the front of the jersey. You see an all green jersey with white numbers, you know it's the fucking New York Jets. And you guys are such diehards being here tonight. I really appreciate it. But we have to end out this show. I have a boring game to go rewatch. It has to happen because I refuse to not watch the Jets. That's it. We'll be back Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right on this YouTube channel. And I can't wait to see you all. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. Hopefully, Maddie won't be on Vicodin that night. We might have to start bringing in extra co-hosts to win Maddie's job on nights that Maddie decides that he's going to take Vicodin. So he could be on the show, but when he starts falling asleep, like YouTube users said, we could just pop him off and bring in someone else and be like, oh, there he goes. He's falling asleep again. I'm just fucking around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Midnight Mike, your late night New York Jets host. Thank you for joining us tonight. Especially a big thanks to all you for joining us tonight, because I knew views were going to be down due to the competition of all these other guys live streaming the game. I was prepared for it. It's going to happen next week too. But then the regular season is going to start, and Saturday nights are going to be all Midnight Mike show. I'm Midnight Mike. Can't wait to see you next time.